Hey everyone, so we have got a new Disney Plus show coming out in, what day is this being uploaded? I think it's 2 days time. What if the reviews coming back from the show aren't amazing? But I'm going to ignore that and just look on the positive side that it's going to be good. I mean, there are some crazy Marvel what if stories out there. I've managed to find, well, one is pretty crazy, the other two are pretty tame. But interesting, I've managed to find 3 more what if stories. I've done this before. If you want to see it, click the link, that will probably be nowhere. What if is an interesting concept because it's not directly linked to anything. They've said that this is going to be canon, the MCU show, which is fine because no one's ever going to visit these universes, so great. But you can literally do whatever you want. It's also interesting to note that from the lineup we've got, I don't think there's actually any comics from there. Like, the words I said made sense, but not in the order. None of the episodes I don't think are based on any of the actual what if comics, which is interesting because some is really strange. So like I said, I read 3 this week. What If the X-Men Died was the first one. It was interesting. It was pretty boring, to be honest. It wasn't as fun and lively as I expected it to be. I mean, I picked a comic that literally said, what if the X-Men died, and I expected it to be fun and lively, so that's more on me than on the comic. And it says a lot about me as a person, I think. Basically, Professor X is all like, boo-hoo, I basically killed everyone I ever loved. I had to go sit in solitary confinement. As you do, Beast is Beast and is literally X-Men Days of Future Past, the start of that film. Moira comes into it. She's like, oh, I've got this little girl I've basically kidnapped and have no legal responsibility over, but whoopsie, this is Rain. They go and visit Professor X and look after him, and then Beast is like, oh, but there's a giant threat, we need more mutants, but oh my god, he's killed everyone basically. Those mutants that were killed have a lot of relatives, so lucky them. A brother, we've got a very distant cousin. We've got Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. They interrupted Scarlet Witch's honeymoon, which is just fucking rude. It's basically just like, what if all these people died, but we're lucky enough to have their extended family to use as alternative sacrifices. Also Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are there, but don't worry, they're not going to be X-Men, they're Avengers and Inhumans now, so basically, what if we sacrifice more kids? Next up is Thor. What if Jane Foster was Thor, or Thordis as she is in this comic? I didn't realise that this was actually a thing. I didn't know that this was basically the origins of Lady Thor, which is really cool. I picked it up because I thought this would be interesting because it'd be nice to see her origins. Basically, it's just a lot of people flirting with her, like really weirdly. Her being badass in her badass moments, Loki being Loki, Dawn being Dawn and hopelessly in love with Jane Foster until a more attractive goddess pretends to drown and is basically like, oh my god, you're super fit, and Dawn's like, oh my god, you're super fit, and Jane's kind of ignoring me, but you know, I've been in love with her for a while, but she is ignoring me a little bit, so let me just go hook up with this goddess. That's basically the story in a nutshell. She is objectified quite a lot and I hate it. But unfortunately you do have to take into consideration the time period that this comic was written in. Thank god we've got a better Jane Foster now. Also, the ending is just bizarre. Like, Odin has taken away Mjolnir from her. He's given it to his son, who gets with Sif, obviously, because, you know, Jane ignored him and she's like a hot goddess. Whatever. Jane is turned into a goddess, great, she's immortal, but she's super sad because Dawn is the love of her life. I don't know why either. Anyway, she's super sad and Odin sees this very vulnerable woman and swoops in and they get married. It's really weird. I hate it. I hate the ending so much. I wish I could erase it from my memory, but it's kind of hard to do. Okay, last one. Yeah, we're skipping through these because they're just terrible. This one I picked up because it just sounded funny, and it's, what if The Watcher was a stand-up comedian? It is a thought that I'm sure, like me, you've all had, and I'm glad to see it realised on the page. Some of it was actually pretty funny, to be honest. I'll show you some highlights as I talk, but first, what the fuck, and were they high when they wrote it? I'm pretty sure the answer was yes. And I also hope that this will actually be on What If in the future. A lot of Aunt May love in this issue. Whoever wrote this definitely had a thing for Aunt May. One of my favourites was, what if Invisible Woman dyed her hair? Only the salon lady would know. Whoa. Also, I've noticed that a lot of the core elements of these comics get realised into other series later on if they're actually good enough ideas, like Jane Foster. Another one from this issue was Howard the Duck and his Pet Avengers. Also, there's just some really weird jokes, and I actually kind of love it. I hope you are laughing, kind of enjoy these weird jokes that the Watcher came up with. Because I kind of enjoyed it. So that is it for today's video. I didn't buy any more what ifs because I didn't know if people wanted me to do more of this, but if you do, let me know. Have you read any strange ones? What ones do you hope will be in this show? Are you looking forward to the show? I am, but I've read some of the reviews and I'm kind of like on the edge. But I am looking forward to seeing some of my favourite characters that have actually passed away in the MCU back, like Peggy Carter. And of course it's going to be Chadwick Boseman's last appearance as T'Challa, so it's going to be something special, even if it's just to see that performance. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I'm not sure what I'm doing next week, but suggestions are always welcome. I'm sorry I skipped a week. I've started a new job this past, I'm going to say 2 months, and I am struggling to find my feet in how to upload. But I really do enjoy making videos, even if only one person in the world sees them. So I'll hopefully figure it out. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, click that bell. I want to do a Shang-Chi origin. I know that's not how you say his name. I promise I will try and learn how to pronounce it properly before the video. I've made a Shang-Chi one before, but again, it wasn't that informational, so I want to do a new updated version. And that's it. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone. Bye.